Guys, when I uploaded my last video, this was the situation of BAKHMUT, and this is the situation today. But how did this happen? I thought that Russians are fighting with shovels and sticks. So how did they manage to advance this much? We will take a look at the critical situation of BAKHMUT in this video. Russian troops will have open road to capture key cities in eastern Ukraine if they seize control of BAKHMUT. But I thought that BAKHMUT is an insignificant city for which Russia is wasting tens of thousands of soldiers. Even Ukraine wasted tens of thousands of their troops defending an insignificant town in the middle of nowhere. Now let's take a look at how things unfolded in the past few weeks. In the northern BAKHMUT, Wagner troops captured the town of Yahidny and Burkivka on 25th of February. After that, the musicians kept advancing and took control over the waste treatment plant and began entering Azom factory on March 10th. On the 14th of March, Russia captured the northern part of Azom industrial complex. Till March 20th, Wagner had crossed the railway and entered the first buildings of the Selich district. And finally, Russia took full control of Azom industrial complex on the 4th of April. Meanwhile, the Russian advance on Kromov bogged down. In the eastern part of BAKHMUT, Ukraine began its slow withdrawal just after I uploaded my video. Ukraine completed the withdrawal on the 6th of March according to Syriac maps. The Ukrainians withdrew from the eastern bank using pontoon bridges. The Russians kept advancing from the north and south along the Bakhmutka River. And on the 31st of March, the Russians reached the center of BAKHMUT, which was confirmed by this video, which shows Wagnerian flag waving over a high-rise building in the center of BAKHMUT. On April 3rd, musicians captured the city council hall, which was confirmed by this video, which show head of Wagner PMC Yevgeny Prigozhin outside the building. Till April 4th, Russians managed to connect the northern and southern flanks that were advancing along the river, which now allows the Russians to move around their troops more easily and conduct attacks more effectively. In the southern part of BAKHMUT, Ukraine managed to reinforce this area with 10,000 to 15,000 troops. Wagner is still making advances, but very small ones. The Ukrainians are trying hard to defend the supply route that passes through Ivanivsk. As this bridge was blown a few weeks ago, the supply route now passes through this dirt road. The weather condition is also very bad. The temperature is rising and the ice is melting. The dirt roads and country roads have become very muddy and almost impassable. In this picture, you can see a truck stuck in the mud on the dirt road that leads into Chasiv Yar. They are trying to evacuate wounded Ukrainian soldier. You can see the terrible situation of supply. Maybe that is the reason Russian advances have been slow throughout the BAKHMUT front. On 15th of March, Ukraine withdrew from a large chunk of territory to prevent encirclement of the troops. Russia had reached the Mariupolska Street by the 20th of March. Till 26th of March, Russia had completed the capture of Budanivka district. Now let's talk about the upcoming Ukrainian counterattack to save BAKHMUT. Take a look at this map, which shows concentration of Ukrainian troops in and around BAKHMUT. In total, Ukraine has in total 83,000 troops in and around BAKHMUT. In BAKHMUT proper, Ukraine has 14,000 troops, which is different from what NATO said. According to NATO, there are only 4,000 to 5,000 Ukrainian troops in BAKHMUT proper. The Group Azov, consisting of 13,000 troops, is stationed near Ozarivka and Kurdyumivka, south of BAKHMUT. Group Atom, consisting 8,000 troops, is stationed near Chasiv Yar. Group Karpaty, consisting of 13,000 troops, is stationed north of Soledar. Group Azov and Karpaty also have 8,000 troops each in reserves, which can be called at any time if needed. Other than that, there are also 20,000 troops in the reserve in Slavyansk, Kramatorsk and Drushkivka. In my opinion, Ukraine will attack from north and south the same time, in an attempt to encircle the Russian troops in BAKHMUT. Will this plan be successful? I don't know, because Ukraine did what should never be done while planning an offensive, telling everyone about the attack. Even my gardener knows about the upcoming attack. On the other side of front, Russia has approximately 60,000 troops in and around BAKHMUT. At first glance, it may seem that Ukraine is gonna win, but in reality, 60,000 troops is enough number of troops to defend against 80,000 troops. Russians are less in numbers, but they have way more firepower. That's it for today. Subscribe for more updates. See you later.